Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Dissect. Of course, I go by the name of Novelist.
And I am Jewel.
What's going on, Jay?
Nothing much. I was just here in the background, just trying to share out the link to people, to make sure that they can see the show tonight.
Right.
Um, but yeah, we were talking in the background about some things that's happening in the news. I just wanted to highlight, um, justice for Adriana, the little girl in Guyana who lost her life this past week to heinous homicide and murder in Guyana. So, yeah, it's really sad to hear, and hopefully they find who did that to her.
Yeah,
So, just
that's
wanted to highlight that.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
um, besides that, of course, we have another great episode for you guys this evening. So we'll be back in a few minutes to introduce our guests. Back in 2 seconds.
All right.
So I'm Janine Zabi across. I'm Janelle Zabi. And where's Zabi Street?
This is what you beat on the inside and we're ready to go.
Are you, Jewel? You have hidden talents that you're not talking about.
I just get put up the bar. Ain't no bar, Mr. Drum.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that they've done such a good job with hospitality and welcoming all people in.
Well, Samantha Moon.
So my name is Claudette Alona People.
I am Selena.
And then that's how it started. When I came home,
My name is Pumba. Stage name, of course.
Well, I was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica.
I am Evelina Blanc.
I am a mother first. I think I'm a really wonderful friend. And a really great business.
I gotta be ready because you'll be like, oh, she picked that. No, I didn't.
Yep. I am Kendra Stephen.
I am Rena Charles, aka Mystery.
People forward in victory.
And welcome back. On the bright note, we have a wonderful guest and very high in spirit, very beautiful person, very beautiful in face. Also, she was Miss Wob 2024 out here in the Toronto area. Please welcome to Dissect Miss Audrica Aubrey.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Welcome to Dissect.
Thank you.
What's going on?
I'm here
Looking
battling the cold.
Yep, the talk of Toronto, right?
I'm telling you, oh my God, this is not spring at all.
No. Somebody said it's sprinter.
It is.
Like a sprinter.
Definitely. Today it is sprinter.
Yeah.
It's windy out there. It's cold. It's really cold.
All right. Well, be safe wherever you're journeying to.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself, like your background, growing up, stuff like that.
Okay. So my name is Audrica Aubrey, and everyone knows me by Otto. My dad gave me that little nickname, and I kept it because he's dear to me. I love my daddy and mommy. You too. I know she's watching, maybe. And I was raised in Salisbury, but my mom is originally from Guadeloupe, but came to Dominica. I think she was about 10, if I'm not mistaken, when she came to Dominica to join my great grandmother. Right. And she pretty much stayed there until she was old enough to go back to Guadeloupe. And so she could say she's half Guadeloupean, half Dominican.
Right.
Yes. but my grandfather is from the Carib Reserve, Carib territory.
Mm.
And yeah, so I pretty much have a mixture of everything. My dad is from Montrachet, raised in Salisbury. My dad was a cop for many years
Right.
before he migrated to the US. And yeah, that's it. And that's Adrika. So I pretty much was raised Salisbury, St. Joe,
Mm.
Montrachet a little bit.
Right.
But my family on my dad's side is originally from Montrachet.
Okay.
And I went to school in St. Joseph, um, also in Salisbury, well, my elementary in Salisbury, high school in St. Joseph. Isaiah Thomas, I think the name is changed now. I'm really not too sure, but it's Isaiah Thomas Secondary.
Right.
And I migrated to Canada when I was 16, and I've been here. I have three beautiful daughters,
Right.
and that's it
That's you in a
for
bucket.
me.
Maybe a little bit about how you found yourself becoming interested in wanting to be Madame Whoop.
Okay, so at a young age, very, very young age, um, so in the Salisbury area, they had like a baby contest, and I was always a special child, they told me. So I was always in the front. My grandmother used to say, "Oh, you toujours d'ouvre, silky titty." So that's what I was, and I maintain that. I'm always in the front. So I was always interested in my culture. I'm Dominican. I love telling people I'm Dominican. You will see me everywhere with my big Dominican flag, the biggest flag ever, and that's just it. I love my country and will not sell it for anything. So and then I was just always interested in pageants and dance. I grew up you know doing in different groups, um in pageants. I had a few trophies from the baby contests that they normally have in Salisbury, and also in Roseau. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay.
Always interested. Always
So
been interested.
I've seen you at a few cultural events and also other events, and your energy gives out. So you saying that about the baby pageant, it's
Yeah.
like okay, that's pretty much who you're still that person. Because
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to like the wob shows where you were in the audience and you were
Mhm.
supporting and you were really showing your support like
Yep. Yep.
So vocally, visibly, like is it what
Yes.
is it? What did
no
you
no
hear her saying?
no
What did
no
you
well
hear her
no
Sing.
doing?
let's just say
I'm the package.
you know what, go ahead, you know what.
Whole package, pretty much. Like
Okay.
you see me, trust me, I'm like a flower. Like you cannot miss me, especially with that blonde hair that I put on
Yeah.
there. Anyways, you can't miss me. So it's especially if I know someone and I'm rooting for someone. Oh my God, everybody has to hear my voice. Everybody
Okay.
knows that.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely. So the passion has been there from a young
From
age.
birth. Yeah,
Right.
from birth.
Wow.
Was
So
instilled in you.
Yep.
was
And
that your
all three kids is
right?
into it. Well, now the middle one, she's not really. She's like, okay, I won T Madam and I'm done.
Right.
I'm no longer. Please don't push me anymore.
Right.
So, but the older one, my daughter, she's into it, and the little one, 100%.
Okay.
Nice.
So did your
Yeah.
older daughter compete in the same one that you competed in
Yes.
2024?
Yes.
Okay.
So there was a madam wob, which is for the older women, and a jeune madame. So
Okay.
she was the first runner up.
Okay. I wanted to ask what that Jeune Madame was about. Okay.
So it's like like a young lady,
Okay.
like the younger generation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to break that down for you, Jay, when she said to do
Tea Madame.
no. When she said toujours devant côté, it's like always in
Usually
front.
means always.
Right,
Yes.
always in front, like breast.
Ah.
Like
Okay.
Because you
I
won't see
understand
the
the
you won't
to
see the breast behind, right? You'll always see it in the front.
Right.
Okay.
Ah,
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
So do you think that I mean, you being well known in the community and as outgoing and outspoken as you are, do you think that had a lot to do with your winning this last pageant? What do you think what
Um,
was it?
I honestly believed it was my personality. Um, I mean, we all did great. We all put in our best, but I put my feet into it. And honestly, it was last minute. I wasn't even supposed to compete. Um, and it was last minute, like, you know, they're like, oh, we're still looking for girls. I guess there was some mishap with the contestants. So it was, and that was my second time actually going up for the Madam Wob.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I might not have the time because I do 12 hours for work a day. So I'm like, I might not have the time, but anyways, I made it work on my days off. I did my own costumes. Like I did my costume. I created everything by myself. Um, yeah, and Miss Lorraine Del Sol, she's the one that's in charge of all the dresses, all the beautiful dresses that you see us wearing on those days. She's the one, she's the mastermind behind it.
Okay. Can you explain what is it diet? Diet, the word duet?
What do we
Duet.
yet?
Wait. What does that mean?
So
I'm
it's
not
pretty much
Dominican.
okay. That's fine. That's what they call the dress. The whole attire is
Okay.
called a duet.
Duets.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So if I'm not mistaken, novelist is from a community where they're really 100% culture. Okay, so he
No,
correct me if I'm wrong. I
I
know that in back in the days, um the women would wear the wops, the duets, and they had it just gives you like that classy
Prestigious.
yeah type of woman, like it was just
and
telling you this is. And I think with the hat, I'm not too sure if they're following that same concept because everything is all modernized now. It will tell the men who was married and who's single.
Oh,
Yeah.
also that's why the
Yeah.
different size.
The
Okay.
different, exactly, the
Right.
peaks on the hat was telling the men, should I go to that person? Should I not? That person is a married woman.
Okay. Yeah, and you could.
Yeah.
because it, go ahead,
Good.
Novelist. I have a lot of questions about
No,
the
because
outfit alone.
like the outfit you wore, the outfit you have on the flyer, which is from the night of, right?
Mhm. Yes.
That would I would guess considered a married woman with the thing on top and all that. The
Well,
full.
I didn't have that thing on top. I had like a big brooch. As I said,
Right.
now it's all modernized.
Right.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So
So
the meanings
they
might have
don't they
changed, and they
do they
don't.
don't do that. Honestly, guys, I don't think men really do care if you're wearing a pink that says
No,
single.
they
Or
don't.
That's true. That is true.
you have a big ring and they still approach you. So um It's all modernized, as I said. It was like a nice brooch. The fabric itself was from the motherland, Ghana. It was bought there, and yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. Because to me, it seems like the outfits, they have roots in Africa. And
Yes.
because my grandmother was a spiritual Baptist, and she always wore this type of clothing to go, like almost daily, but mainly to go to church. So it comes, as you were saying, you said from Ghana. So does it derive from Ghana specifically, or from other regions of Africa?
It's from other regions. But as I said, all the outfit comes from Lorraine Del Sol, and she was actually in Ghana last year, and she bought a few pieces of she's a seamstress, so she bought a few pieces of cloths and made. I know myself and my daughter was both from Ghana.
Okay.
And the one I wore before, she actually got it from Martinique. Yeah. So it all depends on wherever she goes, she buys clothes. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still at the end of the day, though, that pattern and material itself, it all goes back to the motherland anyway,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
and it's something we see. Well, I've noticed, in my older years that not like I grew up knowing that in Dominica, right? And then traveling and internet and everything, you get to see it's not a Dominican thing, but it's actually a Caribbean thing,
Yes.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But we all have our own little thing added to it, right?
Yeah. It's true.
So you said this is your second time going on. So now that you're the winner, are you allowed to go on in the future again, or this is it? Like what? Like I'm not well.
Well, honestly, before I know in New Jersey they used to have a show where it's Madames of Madames. I'm not too sure if they had it here. Yeah, they had it here too. So they also have Madames of Madames where all the winners compete against each other.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I know one year I believe that was before COVID hit, we did go to New Jersey. Um at that time Christine Roberts won that year, and she competed Madame of Madames.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know they had a show here too, where you can actually do that.
Okay.
They've really modernized the whole thing.
Yes. Yes.
So what is the criteria to winning then? Like, what are the categories that you have to meet, or the points that you have to meet to actually win?
So, well, there's a breakdown that I know. If you have like for the wob carries the most points. So how you carry your wob with grace. Grace meaning like how the way you turn, the way you walk, you every participant has a music that they dance to, and it all depends on how, like, your posture, like your moves. You have to have gum. They call it.
Okay.
So you have to have the right steps for your song, right? And the way you move, and everything has to be on point. And even if your music stop, if even if your music even if your music stops, it's you still go on. You don't let your crowd know, oh, there's something happening to my music, or my music is not right. You still do your thing on stage. As long as you're on stage, you don't stop. But and the category, it has different. I'm not too exactly. I don't have it on hand because they don't really give it to us. But that I know, the wob carries the most points.
Okay. So it's the femininity, the grace, the elegance, everything that goes with. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there's a
Alright.
part I don't know if it's the highest point, but where you have to catch the dress, and every time you guys catch the dress, the whole place goes on like
Yeah, because that's the
is it
last part. Because that's nervous because you could actually, because I remember, for instance, my daughter, she was great. She did T Madame, that's my older one,
Mhm.
and she was great. Like there was no if or but. Everyone is like, she's gonna be the winner. She's gonna be the winner.
Right.
But that day when she hold that dress, it dropped. That you cannot. So she just lost points because
Okay.
she pinched it. You cannot pinch the dress,
Right.
and she pinched it, and it just fell. So it was like, oh, here we go.
Oh
So the
God.
extra points that she was supposed to get, it she did not
Right.
win the T Madam that year.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Well, I
she was
have
But
to
still
it's
see
she was
the
still
show
good.
now. I
Yeah,
really have
you
to
gotta
see
be
that.
there. You gotta be there. I always tell people like even I have lots of Jamaican friends. They all support the Madam, the Dominican cult. I'm always pushing them. Come, come, come. You gotta see something different, you know?
Yeah.
And when everybody I take it to work. You go to Cambridge. I do work at Cambridge Mental Health,
Yeah.
and I I am all over Cambridge
Wow.
with Bob. So it's like it's crazy. Whenever you put on that wob, it's just a wrap. Wherever we go with the wob, everyone is just flooding. Like, oh
Hmm.
my God, wait, can I take a picture with you? Can I take? We're like big celebrities.
right.
Nice.
Girls' attention.
Yeah.
That is that modern look, man. And that,
Yes.
what was the word I'm looking for? Oh, I forgot the word right now. Just that
Chic.
modest look.
Oh, the
Yeah.
modest, feminine,
Yeah.
femininity. The
Femininity.
feminine.
Feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Joe, you gotta go. You gotta. What's the question there?
So,
If the
is this
dress, if
is
the
it
dress is from
African or
France,
French thing? I think you
Africa.
explained that already. Where
Yeah.
it's
It's both, pretty much.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Like I said, it draws back. Everything really draws back to Africa.
To our
To
Then,
roots.
Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much. So
I
how was it?
actually, yeah. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I wanted to know if there's like duties like similar to like Miss World or Miss Universe. Is there duties that you have to carry out? Do you have to carry yourself a certain way when you're in public? Like be very mindful of the eyes that are on you because you have this crown. Is there
Well,
anything?
pretty much yes.
Okay.
I would say yes. It's not exactly like Miss World, but there's if there's like a cultural event, they're expecting the winner to represent,
Okay.
right? So we do go to different events. I know there's Haitian a Haitian and Saint Lucian events that we normally go to. Um so we do represent there, and going in the community, you know, saying, you're not gonna let down your people because the first thing they'll that's the girl that won
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
foreign Madam Wobble, like so you gotta keep your head up as a queen.
Okay.
Sweet.
Fair enough. Makes
So
sense. It
Yeah.
only makes sense.
Yeah.
so we know the excitement of the show itself. We know the excitement when you catch the dress. Um, we could see the women when you guys carry that dress. This is something and most people when they smile, you could see okay, she don't really want to be there, but she's smiling. I don't know something
Yeah.
about the grown women when they put on that dress. The smile just feels authentic. It's
Yes.
like you guys
Yes.
really feel like a queen, I guess.
Yeah. And everyone
So
is a winner, everyone is
right.
a winner because to be honest with you, there are some people that are going into it. I mean, um I'm used to, talking all the time.
Mhm.
And in front of a lot of people. I'm not
Right.
scared to talk. And there's some people that are going there for the first time on
Right.
stage in front of hundreds of people. And
Right.
then the whole world, because it's live most of the time.
Right.
And the whole world is looking at you. So I always tell people whenever they're going up, you are a winner,
Right.
for taking that big step to even go in front of
Oh yeah, for sure.
thousands of people.
Yeah,
For
Yeah.
for
sure.
sure.
100. But what does it feel like when you actually become the crown winner? What was that
It's
feeling?
a good feeling. To be honest, everybody, as I said to you, everybody knows me from Salisbury. I went home
Right.
that year.
Right.
So I was still, even that I went for November, I was, didn't, well, it was kind of like a mishap. They were supposed to do like a big thing, but there was some things going on and
Right.
political things
Mm-hmm.
that we don't want to get into. And so I was like,
No, no
okay,
choice.
like they were happy. Like I represented Salisbury well,
Right.
and everyone was happy. Like I was happy with the outcome, and you know everyone was just happy. Everyone. I was on the parade that they had in Roseau, although it rained
Right.
that day. It wasn't, but it was on and off, and it was great. It was a great event.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mom is like, "Oh my God, my child is on TV." So she was
Yeah.
in she was in Guadeloupe and heard me bigging her up, right? So everyone is like, you know, "Oh
Right.
my God, I heard Audrika saying this, that, whatever." So it was great because there was lots of different media from different
Mm-hmm.
islands. There was St. Lucians, there was um Martinique, there was Guadeloupe, Dominica. So it was a great exposure too
Mm-hmm. And
for
it's nice
for
to
us.
see the unity amongst the French Caribbean as well, because sometimes,
Yes,
we like to other ourselves and we say, no, this is just a Dominica thing, So it's good to see the
exactly.
unity amongst the islands. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
It definitely
Now, I want to know if there was a talent part of this competition.
There was it's either a talent or a creative wear.
Hmm.
I chose a creative wear because it was, as I said, I was crunched for time. It was last minute. So
Right.
I did a creative wear, and I pretty much won all of it. I got so
Toot toot. Toot toot.
so I did. I'm not too sure if you saw some of the pictures, but my creative wear was, I represent, like I did like a botanical garden
Mm.
um for my creative wear, and it was great. It was really nice. Like I was very impressed. I was
Okay.
very impressed.
And
Yeah.
where did the inspiration come from for that? Was that something that you have done in the past, the botanical garden, or something that you knew that would represent Dominica?
Um. It was. Oh my God, what was the name? There's always a theme.
Okay.
There's always a theme that you go by. And this time I said, okay, I'm gonna keep to the theme, because the last time I did not. The reason why I didn't keep to the theme, because at that time we had Hurricane Maria, and almost everyone, people lost their lives, people lost their homes, and it
Yeah.
it was it was just a disastrous moment and time for us, and we
Hmm.
were having the show at that time, and I just decided to flip. To me it wasn't, and it was more like a jump up um theme, and
Right.
I personally, as a person, did not feel it was time to jump up. You
Okay.
understand what I mean? It
Yeah.
wasn't the time.
Right.
And so I switched it, and I realized that was the mistake. And honestly, it wasn't really a mistake. Because I was proud of myself, and
Right.
a lot of the um people in high places, dignitaries that was there. They came up to
We
me and they said, "Oh
appreciated
my
it.
God, I appreciate
Yeah.
that what you did
Right.
because I represented Dominica so well with
Mhm.
all the pictures of the disaster, and I had it all over my outfit,
Right.
and
Mm.
I did that song that they made, Dominica We Will Rise Again,
Mhm.
and it was just, looking back at it, I was like, I'm happy I did that.
Of
you
course.
know,
That's how you
Well,
felt. That's
it's a
the
trendsetter. That's a trendsetter move.
of
Like
course, yeah.
here,
going
I
against the
didn't care
grain.
really about the crown. I was like, this is Dominica. We representing Dominica, so this now is not the jump up kind of thing. But anyways, yeah,
Right.
But you know what?
it
You're gonna be forever remembered. Like they will remember your
yes,
presentation as opposed to other people's presentations because of
that is true.
yeah.
That is true.
And
Yeah.
they say, you
Yeah.
know what is it? Quiet women rarely make history or whatever it is. That's saying how it goes. So,
Hmm.
you know,
Mhm.
That's
we
So,
represent
but
that's
it
true.
it had a theme, as I said, and
Uh,
I think it was Belle Flare or something like that. It had to do
Mhm.
something about flowers. So
Okay.
I decided the botanical gardens. It's known for that. So
right.
I did a lot of like flowers, butterflies, birds, different birds and stuff like that. Yeah. So our
Okay.
gardens is really known. It's known for that.
Hmm.
So being Miss Wub, and we know you did the trip to Dominican and stuff like that. Do you get the opportunity, let's say when St. Lucia has theirs, or even like the one you said, well, you said you wasn't sure about it, but the Madam of Madams,
Madam.
right? Do you get the opportunity to represent for any of these entities, or
Um, so with St. Lucia last year, um, DJ Toxic normally have an event,
okay,
a Creole event for their independence, and it's around that time. Um, so it was right before I actually left to Dominica. So I represented
oh, okay, for
there.
St.
I
Lucia,
think it was the weekend before I left.
okay,
And yeah, so they do reach out to us
okay,
um to to display the wops and stuff, and whoever can join, but most likely they want the queen to be present, right?
Mhm.
So because you're the queen, you have to
right.
do your due.
Right.
So, so,
Yeah.
so 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 there's a respect among the communities with not just Madam Web but other stuff they got going on, their culture stuff going on.
Hmm. Yes.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, do you now, as you are the reigning madam,
Hmm.
do you mentor the next person coming up, or do you like once if they win, do you guide them into becoming who they are? Um, Anything like that? Like, is there almost like a exchange of the baton or the rights?
I feel like she's been mentoring for a very long time.
No, no, her mentoring other people. Yeah,
I
okay.
was even that group that I was competing at, like I was we were in a competition, yes, but as I said, like we're like family. So
Mhm.
it's like, oh, if I see you doing something wrong, I'm not gonna say, oh, let her do the dress like
Mhm.
that, or I'm not that type of person. And maybe
Right.
it's a good thing and a bad thing, because then some people don't like, especially if you're competing against them, they don't want you to critique them.
Right.
Mhm.
So, so it's but I'm
Mhm.
like, it is what it is. Or I'll be like, oh, guys, there's, some stuff like videos on YouTube. Maybe you should go take a look, right?
Mhm.
Right.
On what, things like that. Like, but I always do mentor
Right.
Okay.
everybody, almost everybody.
That's good. That's good.
J,
as long
J,
as as long as they're open.
right.
Mhm.
Yes.
No, if
Yeah.
like me knowing her, like personality, seeing her all over, like I could see that, right, Jay? But if you were to meet her, then
Yeah.
you like, okay, you
I
get
would
that.
know for sure.
You would know for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, you would know for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Fair, fair, fair
But
enough.
Madam Wab is not all that you do, obviously, right? You
No.
have other things that you do around the community. I don't know if you wanted to touch on that.
Um. Well, I pretty much well, I started with Creole Links. So
Mm,
Creole Links is a group with Dominican and Saint Lucian.
mhm.
So I joined them last year, and so they host events, um, Creole events, dances, and so forth. And
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much just help them around. Um, Flyers. My daughter also is a um, graphic designer, so she does the most of most of my flyers and stuff. And last year, I yet again I never backed down on anything.
Right.
A woman of all trades, I'm guessing. Last year it was just last minute. I think I had approximately 2 weeks to promote a party for Caribana.
Okay, yeah.
Um, so and it was a success. And I only did it, to be honest, for culture,
Yeah.
for
Right.
Yeah.
Dominica again.
Right.
And because it was, as I said to everyone, um, when I moved to Canada, Sunday was always, I believe they started, well, they had different venues, different places
You
that they
talk
had the
you
Caribana
talking about
dance on
you talking about
Sundays. Yeah,
identity.
identity.
Yeah, it
So
started
I
my
know from when I moved here,
it was my
identity was the thing you have to. It's like you have to be there the Sunday,
right.
right?
Caravana Sunday.
Everybody was,
Right.
yeah, Caribana Sunday after the soccer match. Everyone goes there,
Right.
and that was the thing every Sunday. And I just wanted to keep it going and keep it
Mm-hmm.
alive. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can't name it identity
Right.
because it's not
Obviously.
it's not my name. So
Right.
maybe I would have to maybe go to whoever created identity and say, hey, can I continue
Using the
with
name.
identity?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept it going. Last year I really didn't wanna, I'm not a promoter, right? I know nothing about promotion. And I just picked it up, and then I'm doing it this year. Hopefully, it's Caribana Sunday at Twilight. Hopefully, it's another great success.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah,
well, of course,
Very
the
nice.
location being the same place and
it's ideal.
time being
Yeah,
the same, I mean, it already carries that, right? But
yeah,
I'm glad you said that because I know whoever is gonna watch this in the future is gonna have their thoughts and their opinions, and that's fine. That's
Mm-hmm.
human nature,
yeah,
right? You can't control that.
yeah.
But I like that you I like the fact that you said that because when you're saying that, what I got from that is, especially when you said I'm not a promoter, what I got from that is like I love my culture and my country so much. Like, nah, we're not losing this.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
that's
know what I
exactly
mean?
because
That's
I am telling you, I had a talk with the owner,
hmm
and he said, I just want to keep it like because you guys are friendly people. I
Yeah.
don't have problems with,
and
I
and
don't
we drink
have
out the bar.
problems.
And we drink out the
Exactly.
bar.
Exactly. So they have problems. So they're like, we just want to keep it going. So I was like, okay, guys, like, what can I do? And I'm also in the CDOA. So, as I said, it was last minute, and then a lot of people didn't want to take the risk to take it on, and I said, okay, you know what? In God I trust.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
And I
let's
mean,
do
that's a
this.
good weekend to do too. Even if it wasn't heavily promoted, people are always
Yes.
looking for things to do that weekend.
Yeah.
And word of
Yeah.
mouth things spread really quickly especially for people coming from
Mhm.
out of town. What is there to do? There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Good.
The
Good.
funny thing about people coming out of town, most of the people who drive out of town, they don't really know what's going on. They just know it's caravan and they're coming. So they really get
Exactly.
there to
Wherever it
get
is. Yeah,
whatever they hear. That's what they follow.
that's right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, word of mouth will never die.
Yeah. True.
Mhm.
True.
Mhm.
All right. Jay, I think there was another
There
question.
was a question that came across the screen. Oh, it was could someone find if they needed to find your show and take a look at your performance, where could they go and look for that?
Oh, I believe my daughter had it live. I'm not too sure if it came out, if Facebook normally take it out at a certain time. But it's always recorded. I could always
So, was it
ask.
on your page?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So
So if it's on your page, it's always gonna be on your page.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think she was live. Yeah, she was
Yeah, I
live.
remember. I remember watching it live, and
Yeah,
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
it is on
live.
your page. I was watching it from your page, so yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Facebook page. So
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
was
yeah.
able to see, like, I typed in your
So it's
name and I typed in Madame Wob, and something came up on the Facebook. Somebody had posted something. It was just an image, but I'm sure
mhm.
if they search, they will find some footage. Something from
Yeah.
the newspaper, Caribbean Camera also posted something. Is this
Yes,
an
yes. That
article?
I know it was there. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I can always put it because I know my Facebook page is private.
Yeah.
So it's only my friends and stuff can. So I can always post it on like a YouTube somewhere on YouTube or
Yeah.
whatever. So it could be open
Mhm.
to
What
the
what
Yeah,
public.
you
that would
need
be
to
nice
do?
if you could do that.
What you need to do, because I know you are like everybody in the community knows you,
Mhm.
and you are becoming a face of the community.
Yeah.
Like it or not, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
once you get into promotions, once you get into Madam Wob, you are becoming a face of the community. I know you want to
Mhm.
keep
Mhm.
your stuff private, which you should, but you should create a page just for
Business page.
all that,
True.
Yeah.
True.
right?
I was
Because
thinking
people are
that the other
looking.
day.
Because
Yes.
I
Yes.
looked you up and swear I did not. It was hard to find things on
Yeah,
you. And now I'm hearing you're doing so much. Once you start to post and you type in your name, it's gonna come in. It's gonna come
Yeah.
up. Audrika, Aubrey is gonna come up.
Aubrey.
All of
Yeah.
these promotions that you're doing will link together.
yeah.
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 So,
Because some of my stuff says auto, so it might not show up as Audrika.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my Facebook is Auto Aubrey,
Hmm.
and yeah, I
Yeah.
have different ones for different things.
Yeah.
But they're
As you
all
should. As
private.
you should. As you should.
Oh, oh my God.
They all
So
private, so you guys cannot get in
yeah,
touch with her like that. But yeah,
yeah.
um,
But a
yeah,
lot of people don't be like I have somebody will say, "Oh yeah, you I had a few people say, "Oh, you're Audrika," like, or that's the Audrika that they're talking about, whatever. So it's like people are always gonna. I try to have myself out there.
Okay.
nice. That's what's up. All right. Um,
And oh,
another
what was
question.
that?
Oh,
Can you
Oh, there
tell?
was another question about the accessories on the dress. I think
oh
they're talking
yeah.
about the traditional dress. Um, the
Like,
brooch. Was there significance for the brooch?
So the brooch,
I'm looking.
not
Let me look at the picture.
particular. It was I pretty much like blinged my stuff. Like I had
The
um
lace.
the lace jeep. which is the white piece
Yeah.
under. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever, like, I am not too sure if the picture shows, but I blinged out the whole layer of it, like just put like just to make it look pretty,
Right.
because it looks nice on stage.
Hmm.
So, and then there was diamonds in like certain parts of the dress. And
Okay.
even in the fulla is the little piece that goes over the dress.
Mm-hmm.
Also had like little diamonds at the back of it.
Okay.
And but it doesn't really it's just to
That's
beautify the
just
dress.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so all the accessories like the chains and all that,
That's your
that's
own
just
Yes,
your
stuff.
that's
own.
just my own.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking at it here. I was looking at it on another picture, but yes.
Yeah.
You can see the embroidery stuff that you have on there. Yes.
So, like I know it's kind of late for that, but like just by you saying the name of the dress there, the top, the fuller part, I
Mm.
never knew that. I
Yes.
mean, I just figure it's the color of the dress, right? Like, but
Yes.
so
Yes.
it has me thinking like, okay, so like this, so there must be different parts of the dress, like the arm
Yeah,
part,
there
shoulders.
is parts of the dress. There's like the dress itself. There's a zip, which is underneath the
Underneath
dress.
the dress, right? I know that
Yeah,
part.
yeah. So there is that, and then you can't just wear. I mean, in Dominica, I had to wear sandals because I don't know how far it was, and I had a knee problem going on,
Right,
so
Mhm.
I had to wear my sandals. Like I was like, oh my God, where can I find a close up shoes?
right,
Um, so but whenever you're going, you cannot wear sandals.
right.
If you're doing, it has to be a close up black shoes.
What's the significance of that?
It's it's just being classy.
Part of the okay.
So,
Yeah.
you can't just wear,
So
like, you
yeah,
can't be well dressed
yeah.
with a sandals kind
Sandals.
of. I
Yeah.
mean, we do it. We do
Yeah,
it
yeah,
as
yeah,
women.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
am well dressed sometimes with my sandals. So,
Right. Yeah,
but
yeah.
um, it's just for the wob. You
Right.
cannot. Yeah, yeah.
Respect the
They
outfit.
actually tell
Yeah.
you
Right.
that
Right.
on the
Okay.
I,
day,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
whenever, like, your outfit has to be a close up shoes.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Respect the outfit. That's what's up.
yeah.
I would like to know, like, I guess the historical significance behind it. Just there definitely is. There definitely is because I'm
There
thinking back
there
to
is. I didn't wanna. I didn't write it down.
yeah.
You know what?
I'm
We're
sure,
gonna try. We should try to get
but
some of the
it's online. It's online if
Mhm.
you want to know more about it. It's
right,
definitely online. It actually tells you um
what everything is, and
to know about the cultural
I
way.
think it comes from the Madras. I was reading it. I was reading up on it. Some
Hmm.
here it says what it was worn by the early French settlers.
hmm.
The Madras is a traditional pattern of women and girls of Dominican St. Lucia. Yeah, the
Hmm.
Madras cloth.
All right.
Yeah,
So
so there's
when's the next
yeah.
show taking place?
The
That
date
already?
is not concrete yet,
Oh, okay.
as far as I know.
But did you?
But it's normally like in September, I believe, like late
Oh, okay.
September into October.
October. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So definitely when we get that set up, I will definitely be contacting you guys to send you guys
Yeah, I'd like to know
an
ahead of
invitation.
time. Hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, well,
And
Appreciate
didn't
that.
you
like,
guys were you guys did you guys
Sponsors.
sponsor?
We were.
Yes, you
yeah,
guys were sponsor. You guys have to be there this
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we sponsored the trophies or something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So it will be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, Maybe yeah, Jay, that would be nice. You
Yeah, we
Yeah,
a nice little
that
venue
would be
check out
yeah.
really nice.
nice. And,
Yeah, keep us informed on that for sure. I'll
mm,
keep updated.
Yeah,
I'll wear my closed toe shoes and
Right.
be very
And
dainty.
exactly. Yes.
yeah. See, I'm already in
Yes.
tradition. Red and black, red and black, the white.
No.
So
Yep. And if you need something, Jay, you can contact Lorraine Del Sol.
Oh, I
yeah,
will. I will.
Yes.
Well, I'm
definitely.
learning to sew, so I might even have my own outfit.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
That's
That's
what's up.
good. Yeah.
Not happening,
All
but
right.
yes. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
our time is almost up, but I'm sorry, I gotta take a sip of something. My throat is getting dry.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
Sorry.
yeah.
So we have like we told you, we have a game that we play called Quick Cuts, and we would like to play it with you.
Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
So the
Just
first thing that pops
you,
into your mind, into your head, if you can find an answer, you answer it, and then we move on to the next
yeah.
one.
And
Okay, let's see.
I'm putting pressure on you from now because we're already smiling, and I already know your personality. So the last question is yeah.
Why are you giving her heads up? Why are you giving her a little?
I'm not giving a heads up. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Oh
Let's go.
my God.
Start, Jay. Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna, twist it up a bit. Some are heavy, some are not so heavy. But what is the worst advice you've ever been given? If you can think of that.
What's advice?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in an abusive relationship. Stay in an abusive relationship. Yeah, that was the worst thing. Oh, people will say things.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Okay. Respect or loyalty?
Loyalty.
Loyalty, and why?
Loyalty. If you have loyalty, you will get respect. But
Okay.
even if you have respect, some people are not loyal.
Loyal.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. That's how I see it.
All right.
Go ahead, Jay.
Something that you wish you were better at.
Lord. Hiding my facial expression. I wish
shows you're a real person. You have no poker face.
Right?
You must be
I actually like that. I actually like that answer because I never thought of that. I actually wish I could do that sometimes. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Good one.
Okay. This is my second time asking this question on the show. Celebrity crush.
Rio, okay, boom.
Who's that?
Rio is a Booyah artist. We spoke about Rio the last time.
He's a Booyah artist.
We spoke about him. Okay.
Yeah, we told you he was here with
Trilogy.
With Trilogy. I think 2 weeks ago or something like that. Yeah,
okay.
something.
All right.
But if you have to say celebrity, I would say, who do I have a crush on? I don't really know. I don't really.
We'll stick with okay, boo.
Okay. We'll stick with
We'll stick with Rio.
No, Rio, yes, but back in the days it was R. Kelly. I had a crush on R. Kelly. Yes.
Okay.
Back in the days was R. Kelly for me. Like you would not hear me play no other music but R. Kelly music. Like this man is great, regardless of his history.
Right.
The braids. It was
a lot of women wouldn't say that right now.
The man is a legend. The man is a legend, and he is a cutie.
Yeah,
He maybe not looking cute in prison right now, but he was. Yeah.
True.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. Well, not the pictures they keep posting right now.
It might be cute to somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, go ahead.
Okay. If you were to, if you found yourself stranded on a deserted island, I should say, what are two things that you would bring with you? Or what wish you had with you?
Water is the first one, and my kids.
Okay, so you bunch them up together. Okay, all right. Water and kids. All right.
Water and my kids.
All right.
At least I know I'll survive because I can survive on water. I can. And at least I know my kids are okay. And I won't be worried and saying, oh my God, is my child okay? My children okay? So, yeah. Water and my kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
Something that have made you laugh the hardest, and it could be anything. It could be your childhood memory. It could be something that happened an hour ago, something you've seen, something you went through.
I have lots, but the one thing was me falling off a back of a truck. You know how back home, I don't know why I tried, but back home every time like you would be flagging a ride,
right,
and you would just jump onto the moving vehicle, right? They're still driving pretty much, and you're jumping onto it, and then jumping to your destination, jumping out to your destination.
Yeah.
And everyone jumped because they're professionals. And I just believe I was a professional jumper. And I fell to my
goodness.
Oh boy.
Back home. I still have the mark for it. I still have it, so it keep reminding me, oh my God, this is what you did when you were young. We did some crazy stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah, you triggered me. You triggered me back to my childhood memory. I got a scar. I got a scar right here. Well, you won't see it obviously, but I got a scar right here from that. My first time. So you know how you're supposed to jump on the side and run. Right?
Yes.
You're supposed to run with the vehicle. I jumped from the back. I jumped from the back.
It's like you're Superman. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a good one.
How to do those jumps.
Yep.
I'm telling you, not me. Not me.
Wow.
Oh man.
I will not try again in my next life.
Right.
I wouldn't even try that in my only life right now. That is madness.
It's easy now. Once you get used to it, it's easy.
Easy, not me.
You just gotta run with the vehicle. That's it.
Oh my God.
Oh boy, yeah, that was a good one because that actually happened to me, and
That's a
so
good one.
you fell forward, obviously.
Yeah, forward instead of me. Like I did not know what I was doing. I didn't even know. At least I got to my destination safely with a big bruise. Oh my God.
And I'm sure the driver didn't even look back to see what's going on back there.
Guess what? The driver was drunk. So he were behind there, much less for me jumping off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Oh, that was something else. Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh man. Well, Otto, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for making
no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Hopefully we could get you back in the future, and we could drag Joel to the next show.
Yeah, no, you don't have to drag me. I'll be there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
please
should.
do.
It's me dragging him. Don't make it look like it's me dragging.
Yeah, and invite people, guys. Like invite. Well, I'll send you guys a flyer as soon as I get that flyer, I'll send it to you guys to, do your little
Yeah, we could
promo.
post up on our
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
100.
yeah.
All right.
I
All
learned a
right.
lot
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you so
So,
much.
Yes.
you want to shout out your family, or well, we know your social media is private, so if you want to shout out your family or anything, go ahead.
Well, my mom, I'm not too sure if they're watching, but I did send them the link and a few of my friends. So
Hey,
I am just shouting on my mom, my dad, my family, my kids, um, everyone that knows me, my Bowie people, my Salisbury people, my Massive, everyone. Yeah, my coworkers, maybe they're watching. I send a lot of links. As soon as you sent it to me, I send a bunch.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah,
watch and they don't comment because they're shy to comment, but they're probably
yeah,
watching. Yes.
yeah. But it
well,
was nice. It was nice doing this. Maybe
yes,
we can do it closer to Creole.
yes,
Yeah, we can
yes. But we
definitely do
come,
that.
we come, we start back in November. Our season starts back in November, which is
Oh,
like
okay.
after the Miss Wub. But we
Yeah,
could always figure something.
yeah,
Cameras, we got cameras.
Yeah,
So.
pre-recorded
yeah,
too.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
So we'll definitely do it again. All right.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yes,
Thank
all
you
right,
so
we'll talk
much.
to
you.
you
Have
soon.
a
Take
good
care.
night.
All right.
Good night.
You
Enjoy
as
your
well.
weekend, the rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You
Like,
too.
You're welcome.
all
Take
right.
care.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Wub 2024 reminded me of my childhood memories, busting my chin, being a Superman. Yeah, that
I
was
would
that
never
was
do that. Never.
yeah.
I'm not brave enough.
I had two incidents like that. Well, not two incidents where I fell off. There was another incident, and I'm trying to think. I think Dale was probably there. I have a feeling there. But it was Independence time in Dominica,
Yeah.
and we're in the bayfront of Dominica, and the pickup was making a right turn, and we're all in the back of it, and there's no limits in the back of this things. We're just if it says 14 people, we're like 24 deep. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
again, like she said, the driver was drunk. Rest in peace to we call him Zangulu.
Oh
I think his
gosh.
real name was Dave. But
Everybody in the islands has a name.
but rest in peace to him. So he was making a right, and it wasn't back home. We when you have a Nissan, it's kind of made of Nissan, Toyota, and Mazda.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You know the thing.
Japanese parts.
Right. So, but it's different parts of the to make a vehicle. So
Roll on, roll off. They
when
call
it's
it in
running
Trinidad.
the right now, the
Mhm.
vehicle kind of tilt to one side, right? So now I'm sitting directly over the where the back tire is, and my back goes. I went like this all the way back where my locks at the time was pretty much just sweeping the road,
Oh
and
my,
I could feel the back of the tire rubbing on like from my
oh
shoulder to
my
shoulder.
goodness. Oh, that's
Crazy,
horrible.
crazy. Oh boy, fun times. Next week's show, Jay.
Next week's show, like,
It's a
if you
special.
miss next week's show, I don't
This,
know. Like,
this,
yeah, you
special.
can't miss next week's show. This
This,
is this
special.
artist,
How is that gonna
special
happen?
guest named Navi.
How is that gonna happen, Jay?
Navi.
See you guys
So
next week.
Navi, that's him.
Who?
That's you.
No, I'm novelist. I'm novelist.
All right,
This
so now that's right. That's true.
that's
Stage
Navi.
name is Navi, and
Navi.
novelist is
So
different persona from Navi, right?
Navi and Rain will be in the building,
Mm-hmm.
and if you look at the bottom, there you see the little blue logo. That's
Yes.
representing even more
Even.
sicker. So we'll explain all that next week, and yeah, see you guys then.
Can't wait for that show.
I can't wait. You guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend. And we're not playing games next weekend.
We're playing the game.
What game? Bye. Have a good time.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in on all the platforms. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It costs you nothing. Follow us on Dissect Facebook, on TDN TV Network 1. Just follow us. We're waiting for you. Enjoy your week. Thank you so much.
Press subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Are we leaving now?
Yes.
So I'm Janine Zabi across. I'm Janelle Zabi. And where's Zabi Street?
So this is what you need on the inside. I'm ready to
Are you, Jewel? You have hidden talents that you're not talking about.
Let's get to the bar. Ain't no bar, Mr. Drum.
Yeah.